Alright, got a 90. Oh, it's a tripod. Alright, got this 94 Saturn. You can see it got pounded on this side here, T-boned. And see, the tire's got some road rash on it that may have survived, but you can see how the rim right here is leaning in quite a bit. So if I brought you to the front, I think you could see how it's leaning. So I thought I'd put a video on how I was planning to straighten this as a temporary fix till the strut gets here. I've determined that the strut itself is bent right there. You can see that right there, that wrinkle. So what I was gonna do is I've got to order a strut, but in order to get the car in and out of the shop, the tire was basically hitting the top of the strut area right here where it's all shiny. And so what I've done is I've got my port power. There's our little girl. What you doing? Huh? You gonna come supervise? Yeah? Anyway, we're gonna look and see if we can figure out a way to get this thing done. Put my drop light right here. Hopefully you can kind of watch it. I've got my porta power here. And we'll see if we can get that kind of straightened out as a temporary thing until the strut shows up. What you need. Let me see where it's at. What you doing? Come here. Come on. Alright, so as you can see the rim is coming out a little bit more, but you know that it's going to spring back a little bit. So you always want to go out further than you need to in order to make sure the bend is good. So I'm using, this is the pump, and I'm just pumping it to get it straighter. Let's see what it does. Kind of where this is. I'm going to hold on to this so it doesn't fall, but then let it go. So it's quite a bit of movement. And in order to keep it from, first of all, it was slipping. So what I've done is, this is just a cheap little Harbor Freight porta power. I think they're about $100 or something. This head though this is a snap-on. I've got the Harbor Freight pump, but the seal went out. Anyway, what I did was I was able to cut grooves in this so that it bites into the metal a little bit more, and that way it doesn't slip, because it was popping out on me. So anyway, let's have a look and see. 19 last night, so I had the cats in. And we got the old Milwaukee gun until the strut gets here. This is a pretty neat little light. I've never really cared much about these types of lights, but this has got two hooks. It's a light and carry is what they call it. I think I got this from Napa. But it's got a magnet here, it's got a magnet here, and it's got these hooks. Oh, there's a magnet right there. And it's got the charge port. It's got this light here, then it's brighter, then the end is a flashlight. The only thing is, I think the magnet could be a little bit more powerful because it doesn't actually support its own weight. If you get it somewhere, it almost doesn't want to. Let me show you. She just likes to sit there and kick back, don't you? You're such a good little girl, aren't you? Gotta put a banky down, huh? Why don't you put a banky down and I'll come sit with you, huh? Another thumbs up, and we'll get you part 2 when we put the strut on. Good girl. Oh yeah, good girl, baby. What are you doing, girl?
Play St. Louis.